Hi everyone, today I'll be presenting on the Jade Peony by Wei Choi. The novel is set in Vancouver's Chinatown during the 1930s and 1940s. It focuses on the Chen family and explores themes of immigration, cultural identity, and family expectations. Through the experiences of children in the family, Choi shows how Chinese culture continues to shape identity even while living in Canada. I will discuss three important events that represent Chinese culture and connect them to my own experience as an international student. Event 1, Popo's Stories. The first important event is Popo telling stories about ghosts and spirits. Popo represents the older generation that carries traditional Chinese beliefs. She strongly believes in superstition and spiritual presence. At one point, she explained that Chinese people believe spirits are always around them. The moment is important because it shows how culture is passed down through storytelling. Cultural representation, tradition, and belief. This event represents several key aspects of Chinese culture. First, respect for elders. Popo's words carry authority within the household. Second, oral storytelling as cultural preservation. Stories are not just entertainment, they carry rules, values, fears, and history. Third, spiritual beliefs and superstition. Traditional Chinese culture often blends reality with spiritual understanding. Even though the children sometimes doubt her, they still listen. This shows how tradition shapes identity at a young age. My connection, I strongly relate to this. My grandparents also share traditional stories and beliefs. Even though I study in Canada, these traditions remain part of who I am. Being an international student makes me realize how important culture is. When you live abroad, traditions become a reminder of your identity. Like the characters in the novel, I may not fully follow every belief, but I respect them because they connect me to my roots. Even two, Wombank's first dinner. The second important event is Wombank's first dinner with the family. The dinner is formal and structured. Everyone behaves carefully and elders have clear authority. This thing shows how relationships in Chinese culture are connected to family approval and honor. The cultural representation. This event represents the importance of family hierarchy, elder guide decisions, collective identity, individual choices reflect on the whole family. The concept of saving face maintaining family reputation is very important. Unlike Western individualism, Chinese culture often emphasizes responsibility to the family first. This shapes how characters act and make decisions. And by connection, family expectations. As an international student, I feel this responsibility as well. My academic performance does not only represent me, it represents my parents' board and expectations. Sometimes this creates pressure, but it also motivates me. Like the children in the novel, I balance independence with family responsibility. Event 3. The third event in the discrimination the Chen family experiences during World War II. Although they live in Canada, they're still treated as outsiders. They struggle with the question, are they Chinese or Canadian? Cultural representation. This event represents immigrant hardship and dual um, identity conflict. The children feel caught between two cultures. At home, they are Chinese; outside, they try to fit into Canadian society. This tension shows that identity is not simple, it's shaped by both culture and environment. My connection. I relate deeply to this dual identity. In Canada, I adapt to Western culture and academic systems. At home, I still follow Chinese traditions and values. Sometimes I feel like I belong to both cultures, but not completely to either one. However, like the characters in the novel, I'm learning to build my own identity by combining both. And the conclusion, in conclusion, the Jade Peony shows how Chinese culture shapes identities through tradition, family structure, and resilience in the face of discrimination. The novel demonstrates that cultural identity does not disappear in a new country, instead, it evolves. As an international student, I strongly connect to this journey of balancing two cultures and defining who I am. Thank you.